TWiGames.com.
Welcome to this week's episode of TWiGames.com. We begin with EA's online pass and games being too long and hard, but first, the April 2010 NPD results. The Wii led the way for consoles with 280,000, followed by the 360 with 185 and the PS3 with 180. Splinter Cell Conviction led the way from software with 486,000, followed by Pokemon Soul Silver with 243 and New Super Mario Bros. Wii with 200,000 sold. Those are some low numbers, Bri.
Well, Rich, it looks like the video game industry is dead, so we're going to have to redo this show. What do you think we should do? Like, I was thinking TWI Lost would make sense, but, you know, next week it's over.
We could do movies, but movies have been terrible for the past year.
And then I was thinking books, TWI books.
Ooh.
But it would be even more depressing. Can you imagine the top 5 NPD for books? It'd be like Jamie Oliver's Cookathon, followed by The Secret.
Chelsea Handler had to be a slut.
And it'd be like number 2 sold would be like 5,000. It'd be so, even more depressing than this. Yeah. Rich, what is with these sales numbers?
I don't know, Brian. I mean, there's a lot to talk about, but there's really not much to talk about, you know? Like, all right, so first of all, Splinter Cell #1, haha, congratulations, okay. But, you know, it sold less than 500,000 its opening month. Splinter Cell's a big franchise. I bet Ubisoft's like, maybe we should have put this on the PS3 also.
You know my stance. Unless you're being paid to have exclusivity, I don't see this. I mean, honestly, that sold more than I thought it would, because I didn't really see the hype along there. 480 is a lot, but this is just depressing. But Rich, I gotta admit defeat on one thing, all right? The whole third-party Wii debate. I've been waiting for 2 games as test subjects. Prince of Persia and Monster Hunter Tri. Monster Hunter Tri is a huge franchise. It came with the classic Pro controller, advertised the hell, and it probably only sold 130,000. You might be right, Rich. I
might be right.
I'm drinking a little bit of the Rich Kool-Aid.
I might be right. Yeah. I don't know if I fully appreciate what's going on here, Bri. I am right, Bri. But look, let's talk about the game of the year, Super Street Fighter 4. How do you feel about the launch? Is this more than you expected, less than you expected, about where you expected?
I'm torn, Rich, because on one hand, I didn't own Super Street Fighter. I didn't own Super Street Fighter 4, the original, so this was a huge deal for me.
Must buy for you, yeah.
But on the second, I'm kind of glad it didn't sell a lot, because it does seem kind of baloney charging people who already bought the first one $40 when this could have been DLC. So I'm torn. You know, love this game. Completely think it's worth it. But I don't know if Capcom should be encouraged to keep doing this.
I don't know. I mean, I don't feel, even a little bit, I don't feel that I was ripped off by this game. I mean, you basically spent $40 to remind yourself that the best fighting game of all time is out there. They completely revamped it, added a ton of character. I mean, and here's the thing, Bri, like, you don't just add a character to the game, meaning you design a character and throw them in there. I mean, the amount of effort that probably goes into balancing, you know, every new character against every character who's already in the game is probably pretty insane. So, you know, 140,000 on the PS3, what it was like, what was it, 108,000 on the 360.
It's pretty low.
Yeah, but that's not bad, bro.
It's not bad.
Super Street Fighter 4, over 200,000 in the first month. This is probably a game that has legs. You know, it's definitely a game that has legs, word of mouth, etc. I'm good with that.
Hardware, all right? They stopped tracking the PS2, and I know why.
Why?
Because Sony begged them, because it probably outsold the PSP 65,000.
Yeah.
I mean, all the hardware was pretty low except for the DS, but that is horrible. If they need to announce something at E3 here, they got to announce something.
You know, Sony, they released their financials last week as well, right? A couple things to point out. The PSP worldwide is over 60 million.
I know.
I mean, that is a successful system.
Europe and Japan, it does amazingly.
That is a successful system. And I'm wondering, Europe and Japan are the key for the PSP, obviously. But when Peace Walker comes out next month in the U.S.
You're expecting Are we making a prediction here, Rich? Let's hear a number.
Are we going to get a top 5 chart? Are we going to get a top 5 chart? Man, it's a tough call, but I think it'll sell 350K plus.
Yeah. And here's the other question. Does ODST make this month's NPD?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. I think anybody who's interested in the Halo Reach Bailer, or anyone who loves Halo to begin with, already owns ODST. If you're trying to get into a beta,
that would be absolutely hilarious.
No, it would be hilarious. And actually, with these low numbers, maybe I wouldn't be surprised. You know what though? Isn't ODST? It's bundled with the 360 now, so I don't know. Those don't count for these sales. We'll see, Brian. We'll see.
EA Sports games will now ship with an online pass to play online, and people buying it used will have to pay $10 to play online. Rich, EA is saying this is a way to deliver premium content. What do you think this online pass is really all about?
Well, Bri, let me tell you what this is really all about. they're talking about premium content. This isn't premium content. This is just content. This is playing online in games, right? I mean, every game has that. So, all right, you're a 360 owner. You pay $50 for your gold subscription. You're used to buying used games, though. So now, on top of paying $50 to play online, you're going to pay $10 to play these specific games online. And the thing that really sucks about this is Madden's the key, man.
I know.
they're gonna make their money, man. They're gonna make their freaking money. But this could be, look, we've talked about this before. Developers and publishers trying to come up with ways to get people to buy their games new.
Yeah.
I absolutely do not blame them for that. You can't blame them for that, Brian, because in this industry, if you don't sell out the gate, Nintendo aside, if you don't sell out the gate, you're not gonna sell.
I can blame them. I'm so sick of these goddamn developers crying about this stuff.
Yeah, but
all right, EA posted a big loss, right?
Yeah.
Make better games. Sell more games.
Yeah.
Don't try to sponge your gamers with this.
At the same time,
do you see like Macmillan Publishing being like, "Wah, all these libraries out there are killing our sales. Wah,
No.
cry me a river with this."
No, but at the same time,
what are you talking about,
At
guys?
the same time, though, you know, you make a game, you pump millions of dollars into it, and millions of people play it. Like probably, who knows, 2 to 5 times more people play it than actually buy it, and it's because of used games.
Yeah, just say
because of
GameStop.
pirates.
Just say GameStop.
It's because of GameStop.
Yeah.
It's because and the difference between, so people are like, oh, used cars, you can resell your car.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but but the dealership is still making money on repairs. These guys are not making a freaking dime.
All right, I see both sides. But one thing I cannot stand for in this whole thing is this fight against GameStop. And then I guarantee you Madden's going to have if you buy it at GameStop, it's going to have a golden ball.
No, not if you buy it, though.
Why don't you man up?
Not if
all
you
the
buy
publishers just stop selling games at GameStop. Man up. Get
That's
rid of
another
it.
thing. That's another thing, though. Those little promotional things, those aren't about buying it at GameStop. Those are about pre-ordering it. And the reason that they want you to pre-order it is because the more pre-orders GameStop has, the more copies of the game they purchase out the gate.
Yeah.
That's where they make their
money.
money.
Do that with Best Buy.
They do that with Best Buy.
Tug of war.
They do that with
on
Best Buy.
GameStop.
But let's be honest here. Like 90% of the people probably don't even know you can pre-order games at Best Buy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can. I haven't. Have you?
No.
Because they have those stupid little boxes like pre-order now. What are you going to walk around with the box and find one of those guys in the blue shirts? They'll be like, I don't know. I don't know. Wait, is that a video game?
There is a little thing that are softening the blow. Apparently, it's going to have a 7-day trial.
Yeah.
And I think it's tied to your gamer tag or your online ID. The great thing with the PSN one is you can just make like 20 and just keep playing online for free using free trials.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'd do.
But
let me ask you something. Do you think this is going to be
do you
successful?
buy used games?
No.
So that it doesn't affect us.
Yeah, but do you think this is going to be successful? Do you think Michael Pachter is not only behind it, he thinks EA should be charging more.
Do I think it's going to be successful?
Yeah.
How do you measure success?
I'll tell you how I measure success. That they're making as much money as they think off used games that they previously weren't. That enough people buying used games will buy this.
I think they're looking at it kind of on the flip side. I don't think they're looking at this less of how do we make money off used game sales and more as how do we get people to buy the game new. I think that's how they're looking at this. Because
so will it work? You think this is a good move?
course.
Yeah?
Will it work like, oh my God, their games are going to triple in sales? No, but will it affect some people from spending $60 on a brand new Madden or $55 on a used one? Of course.
And I think we now know why EA begged Microsoft to have their own servers instead of using Microsoft's matchmaking servers. So they had this excuse.
Yeah.
Oh, we got to pay server maintenance. Get out of here. This is baloney.
By the way, Peter Moore, Microsoft. Huh?
And this is
little controversy.
And this is the bad thing is because I think Peter Moore's done an amazing job with EA Sports.
Yeah.
Like, remember when they were terrible? NHL, Madden, Tiger Woods, these are all fantastic games now.
Yeah.
And now they're bringing it back. And the worst, we always think, oh, Activision stinks, EA's the new. No, it's a cycle, and EA's going back to the crap. I don't care about your justified cost or ratio or any of your accounting baloney you want to throw out of me.
The last thing I'll say is this: is that gamers are so sensitive because they are broke, they're poor, they're college students or whatever they are, and it's like any little thing that could maybe take a little money from you is like, oh my God, these people are evil. They're not evil though. I mean, these aren't people like, how can we screw our customer? They're simply saying, how can we make more money? I mean, it's a business, right? And to me, this is not that bad. I buy games new. Hell, look, if you don't want to pay $10, buy the game new. That's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.